There really is a need. When you take a look at the numbers over the last 5-6 years in Maricopa County, the number of families experiencing homelessness has gone up. And so this is certainly a welcome sight for both the nonprofit, but also for those Arizona families who need a place to stay, who need that security. And it all happens just before the holidays. We want to introduce you to the CEO of UMOM. This is Jackson Fonder. Good morning and congratulations. What does it mean to you to open up all of these spaces today?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal because so many families are on what we refer to as a wait list. So there is a wait list of over 300 families just to gain access to emergency shelter in Maricopa County. So the idea of converting office space into 20 new rooms or almost 100 beds is everything. It chips away at that wait list.
We know that this is a project that is years in the making. As we kind of give people a tour, what did you guys do? How did you design these rooms? And what was important about incorporating certain things into them?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, this building needed a lot of love, right? It's pretty old, so the idea of new tile and new drywall, pot lights, nicer furniture, nice accommodations across the board that's safe and it's clean and people love it. But the second thing that I love the most, it's large and it can accommodate larger families, families of 6, 7, and 8 people.
Yeah, this room, I think you can have 7 people, and then you could potentially add more if you had a playpen and all of that. What are the demographics? What are you seeing now? Because it's not necessarily just mom coming in with kids. It's 6, 7, 8 family members.
So the demographics are still the single mom with 2 or 3 kids, but now what happened during COVID is a lot of families joined together to survive COVID. But then post-COVID, a lot of them fell through the cracks together. So what we're seeing are multi-generations come to us. We're seeing blended families, so that's how you're getting maybe mom, dad, maybe grandparents, maybe cousins. They define what their family looks like, not us. And that also might include a dog or a cat.
And you're also animal friendly, which is important. So walk us through some of the significance, because when we first came in, you said, look at these beds. And I said, well, they're bunk beds, they look fun, but they're meant to last a long time.
Well, they are. I mean, we are used to having sort of normal beds like you and I have. And when you cycle through 3 families a year through these rooms, we can be rough on the furniture. This is shelter grade furniture that's made of steel. It's built to last 20 to 25 years. It saves money. It lasts. It's got storage in them. Families love them. We saw them a long time ago and we had to get our hands on them. And so not all of our 150 some odd rooms on the campus have that shelter grade furniture.
And then real quickly before we go, we know that this is helping them out, but the goal is to get them, one off the streets, one in their own house. Talk about how this is not the end, this is just a stop.
Yeah, that's a great point. We're not about managing homelessness. We're about ending family homelessness. So the whole organization is designed around a simple formula that jobs plus housing are what end homelessness. So we make their stay comfortable enough to love them, surround them with all the programs, and support them, but uncomfortable enough that we're prodding them along because we want them out in 90 to 120 days. So they're looking for jobs and they're looking for housing because this is not a long-term solution. This is a short-term solution.
Jackson Fonder, we appreciate your time this morning again, giving us an inside look into these new shelter beds that are available. And if you are experiencing homelessness, if you're in a tough situation, just remember you can also always dial 211 and be connected to somebody immediately to get you some of the services you need. We'll send it back to you guys.